I was terrified of dogs.
So then you didn't expect it to work and you came in here and then what?
Like I came out like a different person, I guess. Confident,
Okay.
Like I could go and face the dogs. My attitude towards life, like I'm a lot happier.
Yeah.
I'm confident in myself.
Okay. So it's not just dogs.
No. A lot has changed.
Your life is different now.
Very much so, yeah.
Very good. Were you able to talk about Moya?
Yes, she's my youngest.
And she had a fear of dogs.
She did. Over the years, it sort of limited everywhere she could go or where we could go as a family. She couldn't go to the beach. If you went for a walk, she was always watching out. It kind of limited her world because when anything was suggested, the first thing she did was assess the level of risk of a dog being present. She was reserved in so many other ways. You know, for instance, if you stopped at the shop, you'd say, you know, "Will I nip in and get whatever groceries?" And she was like, "No." The nervousness that came from the dog thing starting to spread out everywhere in her life. So anyway, she came in for the treatment with you. Well, to be fair, I didn't really expect any miracles. So off we went home, but we stopped in our local shop on the way. And on this occasion, I just said, chanced my arm again. I said, "Moya, nip into the shop and get A, B and C." And she just went. And I sat in the car for a second afterwards going, well, that was easy. And then saw in the wing mirror 3 dogs, 1 on a lead, 2 loose. They were heading for the door of the shop as Moya was heading for the door of the shop, and my heart nearly stopped. And I said, she's going to come running back any second. She will come running back to the car. But she didn't. I went in, got the things, came back, got in the car, said nothing. And I'm thinking, surely she noticed the dogs. And somewhere on the journey home she said, "Mum, did you see those dogs going into the shop?" And I said, "Yes, I did." "You better text Bruce." I walked into that shop and I was not afraid of the dogs. I can honestly say since then her confidence has grown. She has flourished beyond my expectations. A few months have made a massive change to her. She is now doing everything that she could possibly do. Shortly after she saw you, she went to Lourdes on a trip as a helper. She was in London about 3 weeks ago on a dance trip, and she is going to Kenya in January. She has been fundraising for the Kenya trip. Yesterday we had a big community coffee morning. She was there speaking to people. She had organised it. She was making coffee. She was talking to friends and neighbours. She was just like the young adult that she should be.
Yeah.
But I mean, 6 months ago, there was no sign of that girl. So I have to say, I am just so happy for her. The confidence and the joy and the fun, she is just blooming at the minute. When the dog issue diminished, her confidence soared and she is flying now.
That's so good.
I am so happy to say that.
A tragic bereavement or some other loss can plunge someone into very deep grief and mourning. And here is Aishleen from Mind Body You from Mums on Facebook talking about her experience of grief over the death of her son Ronan at 5 months old and her experience of working with me.
Ronan, my son, he passed away when he was 5 months old. It was so tough. Grief is mentally and emotionally draining. A friend of mine offered me the treatment that he does. It really is like nothing I've experienced before. It is strange. Now, you have to be open-minded. You have to appreciate that it is not a talking therapy as such. I still have the memories. Just the pain associated with them isn't as great as it was beforehand. And the other wonderful thing was I got to really focus on the amazing memories, on the beautiful times that we had together, and really, really sink that in even deeper. So I feel as though I have gained a sense of connection with Ronan more than before, because the pain is just not as intense. It has gone to a degree and replaced all these memories of love, and the good times are so enhanced. I felt so light afterwards. I feel like that love connection is still there, but the pain and the trauma has eased, and I feel lighter.
Very serious relationship abuse can result in symptoms such as anxiety and depression, and here is Charmaine telling her story.
I had a lot of issues going on in my head, and I said I need to get myself sorted out.
Can you remember how you used to feel walking down the street? And
Very low, very no self-confidence, just thought that everybody was zoomed in on me even though they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
This was a thing in my mind. And now I can walk down the street, head held high, don't owe anybody anything.
oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
Make a difference.
brilliant. Big
Well,
difference.
There were kind of some big issues that we tapped on.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember what some of those were? And
Yes.
again, you don't have to talk about them, but
Okay.
there were...
Very
you
emotional.
had some really rough relationship stuff, didn't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And did you feel significantly better about that?
I did. And I do
afterwards?
actually,
And
yeah.
you still do?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you remember any of the traumatic issues that you had when you were younger? I mean, in the past,
Uh-huh.
that used to really, really bother you?
Yeah,
Can you remember any of that stuff and
I
how
can remember loads,
and how-
yes.
and how it would have affected you when you thought about it? And if you think about it now, does it still affect you in the same way?
No, I can cope with it now.
Okay.
I really can.
Whereas before,
It was just, tighten up, seeing different people. I was like, no, I'm okay.
some people have obsessive compulsive personalities, and a particular obsession compulsion can take control of their lives and make them miserable. And here's Michela talking about her situation and her work with me.
I have an OCD tendency. I like everything as it should be, and I don't like that messed with. I like doors to be closed. I like even numbers on remote controls and everything in its place, and I have just things that need to happen. Some people would let it go, and I just can't let it go. When we couldn't breathe and we're standing against a wall,
Panicking.
then we knew we had a problem.
So it had a very detrimental effect on your
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
And so you came and saw me.
I came to see Bruce.
So what happened when you came and saw me?
Bruce made me talk about the worst experience I had, a full-blown panic attack. Bruce done some tapping on my head, and we sort of calmed down a little bit, and then we had the full-blown panic attack.
Yeah, in my office.
In the office. But in saying that, at one stage I was on the ceiling trying to take my clothes off because I couldn't breathe, not literally, but and in 1 second Bruce changed that, and he took me back down again to a calm spot where we tried running the scenario again.
Okay, so is your life a lot better?
But without the gravy obsession,
Without
it
the
is,
gravy
yeah.
obsession.
You know, back to the same scenario. Nobody wants to have panic attacks in public, let me tell you. It's not pleasant.
To give you a better idea of the services I offer at NeuLyf, take a look at the interview I recorded with Aishleen from Mind Body You for Mums. There's a short version and a longer, more detailed version for you to look at if you have the time. So just to reiterate, please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. For every video that you watch, please click like and say hi in the comments. Follow us on social media and share these videos with as many people as you can, because for the price of a concert ticket, I can very often transform someone's life forever.